It's Woods. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. On first down, Stafford here.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quan Williams. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Jackson now to return.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And just looking ahead on this one, though, probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first and 10, Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To the air again, Stafford.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Back to throw, Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Niners are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 7.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Completes it to Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
So for the Niners, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Rams, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Only religion was the moolah. Made a couple million, hallelujah. Daddy was a to you. Called a homeschooler. Never did homework. I was going home with the work, no tutor. Used to have enough. Grew up with the hustlers and the killers. Now I'm kicking it with Puffy in the villa. Chillin'. Click full of zombies like Thriller. Got real, get real. That's just how I'm feeling. Killer. Stack a couple million to the ceiling. Then I touch down. I'ma burn it.
You know, as longtime fans of the NFL, we've gotten used to hearing worn-out quotes from coaches and players. You know the classics like, we're going to treat this like any other game, right? How many times have you heard that one? So that's what makes this next audio clip so special. Because the matchup on Monday night was anything but any other game for the San Francisco 49ers. Check this. Here's what a microphone captured inside the tunnel just before they took the field.
This is our time. We do it now, right now. Because tonight, we got all eyes on us. It's prime time. Let's show who we are.
All right, now, I'm sure most of you caught this, but just to be sure, that voice you heard belongs to their top pick from back in April. I mean, think about that. That rookie's got enough confidence to get in front of his teammates and enough respect to hold their attention. I'm telling you, remember this moment. Remember this moment. Because in time, we're going to look back on it and say that was the day that young man became one of the leaders of this team. All right, so we've reached the halfway mark of the show, and you know what that means. A quick break for our sponsor. And then even more football on the other side.
All to the ground, make sure the whole world feel it. That's just how I'm feeling. That's just how I'm feeling. Dog, that's just how I'm feeling.
Hey, Belly, them ready?
When I touch down, I'ma burn it all to the ground. Make sure the whole world feel it. That's
Them
just
girl
how I'm
a
feeling.
red eye, never make right. Me, they are suffer life, them a get by. Never bow for the fame, heads high. Never come so all them a see a tail light. Been a real from the ghetto. I ain't never gon' switch, that's facts though. Can't get me out like Stain. I'ma grow tough, I'ma know pain. Haters talk with a bad tongue. Can't break me, twiddly so dumb. I'ma be a giant P5 from doing it so big like Drake, I'm on one. My big box got me feeling so bossy like Lauren Hill. Me, I kill them softly. This a girl rather fi be cold and naughty. Cause if my too loyal, then it's gon' cost me. And that's just how I feel. Yeah.
That's just how I'm feeling.
That's how I feel.
Dog, that's just how I'm feeling. Make sure the whole world feel it. That's just how I'm feeling. Big boss, I'm a big boss. Up north, brick rolls. I got the pump that'll make you jump. Don't you ever get it crisscross. 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 Bet against me, that's a big loss. I find and I get loud. Lift off. It ain't nothing to cut the off. Stop frying, don't let it get soft. Covered in yolk. Wonder why I got the whole world pissed off.
Today.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We bout that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine if you want. I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more.
I like cash money, yeah, baby, I'm a stunner. I'm a boss, I can do what I wanna. Your last was due, boy, that wasn't running. Made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. Shot up to the moon, we ain't never going under. Hits on my old town slugger. Why after why, we ain't never got a suffer. Made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. I like cash money, yeah, baby, I'm a stunner. I'm a boss, I can do what I wanna. Your last was due, boy, that wasn't running. Made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. Shot up to the moon, we ain't never going under. Hits on my old town slugger. Why after why, we ain't never got a suffer. Made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. Starting like the number one stunner. She curved back then, came back, so I swung her. I ain't going out like no sucker. Had to let it burn like Usher. Gave a rush for an hour, Chris Tucker. You cannot mistake me for another. I had to wait my time like a buffer. I'm that that I still stutter. Ball hard, might get a tick. Bought a push start for it, got a chick. Drip too hard, made it. I know she won't forget that we met. She hit her, broke it down, she a wreck. They saying, Mo, you better than the rest. Who, me? I never would've guessed. Rookie, but I do it like a vet. I like cash money, yeah, baby, I'm a stunner. I'm a boss, I can do what I wanna. Your last was due, boy, that wasn't running. Made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. Shot up to the moon, we ain't never going under. Hits on my old town slugger. Why after why, we ain't never got a suffer. Made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. I like cash money, yeah, baby, I'm a stunner. I'm a boss, I can do what I wanna. Your last was due, boy, that wasn't running. Made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. Shot up to the moon, we ain't never going under. Hits on my old town slugger. Why after why, we ain't never got a suffer. Made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. Had to take the stairs to the top floor. Every that slept been done for. Got a few bands, need a ton more. If we empty out the that's a drum roll. If it move foul, hit him with it. Earn strikes, now that me like a real. Hold on, let me catch my breath. Hold on, let me catch my breath. We getting to the bread, it was crumbs.
Listen, conditions are going to be wet and windy this weekend because of the hurricane coming in. And even if it doesn't hit directly, we're getting those outer bands. Probably not going to put the ball in the air as much. So, you got to make the most of your chances.
now on EA Sports, and this being Florida, the weather here this time of year, unpredictable to say the least. These two teams returning from what was almost an hour-long delay in this third quarter, and we'll resume with an important play coming up, a 3rd and short in a 14-6 ball game.
Following the fumble recovery, Madden. And that will be incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again.
And some room to work. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
106 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Here's Mostert.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Niners are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
It's a run with Mostert.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Lawrence.
Got his man. It's Eifert.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence will throw.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he'll only get this back to the 15-yard line. So that decision's going to cost him 5 yards. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Madden. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass him. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A give. It's ETN off the option, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
It got his man complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Now Gold for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative-type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for the Jags, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week.
Back again up in this entertaining for you. Come from my M's, you get this double. Straight to your bubble. In this game because I love the trouble. So watch your tone if you don't want to rumble. You pop like.
You know, from week to week in the NFL, you might see a game decided by more than just the people on the field, and that's including the sidelines. Take, for instance, the game we just saw in Jacksonville, where the Jaguars were down 8 with 2 minutes to go in the third, and then everything comes...
Mate, I can't believe it's late November already. It seems like it was just yesterday that we met up for the first time. How are you holding up? I'm sure the season has worn you down to some degree, but remember, the greatest athletes have that little bit extra that gets them through the toughest moments. Looking forward to seeing what you have in ya.
Jones Shorty.
Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and 4th is a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And it's 2nd down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
His throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. The throw over the middle, taken in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help find his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 19 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on it.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Cousins now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the 49ers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Madden. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Cousins.
And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
as the 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Cousins gives way to Cook, and they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Throwing is Cousins. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead here as they start out 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
That's complete to K.J. Osborne.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete there to Johnson.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
A throw for Thielen once again. This time it's complete.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Cousins on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Cousins. He finds his man Johnson. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. So we've hit halftime here. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This pass into the arms of Snead. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Looking to throw. Madden. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Richie James, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is blast.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Carter Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Cousins. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Maurice Hurst in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there for the Niners.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Back to throw. Madden. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw is Cousins. Pushes past him. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Short completion, just 4 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Javon Kinlaw. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them.
And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Following the interception, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Off the play fake, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Fourth down, Cousins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, so they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They give it off here to the tight end. Xavier Woods, a former Cowboy, in on the tackle.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. So the victory here for San Francisco. Francisco. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the 49ers, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks.
Coming up on next week's slate of NFL games, we've got the NFC West matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and Seattle Seahawks.